What's up, everybody? So July 8th, 2014, almost 11 years ago, I did my first ever baseball card video on YouTube. And as some of you guys that have been following my channel, I basically did my top 50 cards in my collection at the time. And my buddy Adrian mentioned, it'd be fun to kind of go back and look at that top 50 and see, like, do I even still have those cards? Like, where are those cards now in terms of the collection? So I thought that was a really interesting idea, and figured I'd go right into it. So in this video, I'm going to do my, back then, my top 50 cards. I'm going to do 50 to number 26, and then I'll do a part 2 of number 25 to number 1. So, for example, this card, at the time of the video, was number 50 in my collection. I remember it hadn't been graded yet. It had been a card that was in my collection forever. This card today in a PSA 4 is worth about $55, which would rank it 297th in my collection today. So it would be down 247 spots from where it was at number 50 over almost 11 years ago. At number 49 was the Dave Winfield rookie card. Now, the card that I featured in that video, at some point I gave it away. I forget why. It was part of like an epic giveaway or something like that. But I ended up giving that card away, and I'll never forget it because I realized later that it was the only 74 Topps card that I had, and I had just given away my only 74 Topps card. So then I was like, all right, well, I got to pick up the Dave Winfield rookie card again, and ended up picking up this card. So this is not the card that I had in the video almost 11 years ago, but obviously I picked up a brand new, a much more beautiful Dave Winfield. The other one that I had was really badly off center. At number 48, one of the cards that I don't have and I never replaced, the Molitor Trammell rookie card. It's funny because I talked about in the video how much I loved that card, and then I must have given it away at some point and I never replaced it. So that was at number 48. At number 47, so this is what makes this video really interesting. Julio Urias. So I had this card, this card, so Julio Urias had a very interesting career. Was actually, he was called up in the majors when he was 19 years old. People talked about him being the next Fernando Valenzuela. He had a ton of, he was really good. I mean, he ended up winning a World Series with the Dodgers. But unfortunately, he was charged with domestic abuse, I believe, or something. And from then on, obviously his card values went down. Nobody wanted to have him on a team, and his card, like this card, is maybe $17. So if it was if we were ranking today, it would be 509. So it was 47 back then, and it would be 509 today. So and this is 2013 Bowman Sterling. So I had to also bring up the really interesting thing. So, I had this Julio Urias, and it was looking, so this card, I bought a couple of boxes of Bowman Sterling at the time, and the Urias card, he was the main guy to look for. But little did I know, this card right here, the Aaron Judge, was sitting probably in a top loader at the bottom of a box somewhere. I had no idea, if this video was filmed July of 2014, so I had no idea even who Aaron Judge was at the time. The Yankees had drafted Eric Jagielo ahead of Aaron Judge, and it's just amazing to think back. It's like, this guy, he looked like a linebacker. He doesn't look like a baseball player. But, this card, of course, I featured this card in the video. But meanwhile, the Bowman Sterling Aaron Judge auto later got it graded. This card now I looked it up, would go for about $1,200 right now in May of 2025, which would put it actually, if you look at the top 50 cards that I featured in that video, that would put this card at number 2, only behind the DiMaggio, ahead of the 64 tops Mickey Mantle. And of course, it wasn't even featured in the video. So I thought that was really interesting. That's what's so awesome about, collecting, especially modern, to be honest with you, because you never know. Like, you never know when something like this, like a card like this, a guy, a prospect that you kind of throw at the bottom of a box, you never know which player is going to take off. I mean, even me as a Yankee fan, I was more excited about the Eric Jagielo card than the Aaron Judge card, because I figured, oh, well, the Yankees are clearly, they took Jagielo ahead of Aaron Judge, right? Anyway, so at number 46 was this Andy Pafko card, another card from my childhood, 50. You guys can see 55 Bowman. So you can see that a lot of these cards were graded by Beckett. When I first got into collecting, all I knew was Beckett, right, guys? Like, growing up, Beckett was everything. So I figured, why not get my cards graded by Beckett? Now, I had heard that Beckett vintage wasn't the way to go, but I didn't feel like breaking my orders apart. So I just submitted everything, all my vintage cards, all my modern cards to Beckett. And, this came back as a BVG 7. Next up at number 45 is this Nolan Ryan card in a 4. This card is valued at about $90 today, and would be number 246 if I'm ranking it today. So number 45 to number 246, down 201 spots. Next up would be this Tony Gwynn. So interesting that I had this at number 44 ahead of the Nolan Ryan. This card is today, it's like a $17 card. Sort of 8.5 is not going to do it too much. It's an 83 Don Russ card, which, by the way, looking back at that video, I know I got a lot of comments about how I was saying Don Russ. I guess it's Don Russ, and then especially Bowman. So I kept on saying Bauman in that video, if you watch it, and people really were all over me about the fact that I kept saying Bauman instead of Bowman. Number 43 is the 52 tops Irv Palika in that video. This is about a $53 card according to VCP in a PSA 4. And that would be down 301 spots, 258 spots to 301. So beautiful card, 52 tops, Irv Palika. Let's see, at 42 was this Masahiro Tanaka. So, cool card. I think it's a short print. I don't even know if it's a short print. I think I said it was a short print, but I think it's just an insert card. Obviously, Tanaka was a big deal back then. He was fantastic with the Yankees, but for whatever reason, this card really doesn't hold a ton of value, and I never got it graded. Maybe I should get it graded one day just to kind of value it a little bit better, even if it's only like a $10 card. And then at number 41 would be this Willie Mays. This is one of the cards that kind of held up. No, not really. This is a $56 card according to VCP in a BVG 4.5. So actually didn't hold up value too well. Down 252 spots to 293. At number 40, I had this Carlos Santana. So cool card, number to 50, gold, rookie Carlos Santana. Just goes to show, I mean, Carlos Santana's had a really nice career. The guy's an on-base machine. I think he's got over 300 home runs. He's been in the league forever, but card's not worth much, right? I mean, it's a gold. I don't know how many people are collecting Carlos Santana these days. Really, there it is, number 11 to 50. Cool card, like awesome card, but just definitely I don't even know if it has any value at this point. At number 39 is this 52 tops Jim Hegan. in a BVG4. Let's see, at number 38 was this Miguel Sano. So still have this Miguel Sano in my collection. I think I had this listed on eBay. I just took it down because I'm like, you know what? This is part of my like original, YouTube collection. So I'm going to keep it. I think I had it up there for like $30. Nobody bought it. So I took it down. Miguel Sano, lots of injuries. Played. I looked him up earlier. He played in 2024 with the Angels for a little bit, but he one of those guys where he had a lot of potential, but unfortunately, lots of injuries killed that potential for Miguel Sano. Next up, I had A-Rod, this A-Rod rookie. And in the video, I talk about it being in a Gem Mint holder. This is bogus company. Everything was Gem Mint 10. I cracked it out, submitted it. Oh, actually, I remember I submitted it in the Gem holder, and then I cracked it out. Like they said it was not authentic or something like that. Then I cracked it out and submitted it raw, and it came back as a PSA 8. So this card today goes for $23. $23 for this card. So this is down 416 spots to number 453 in my collection. Next up would be this Cal Ripken rookie. Let's see, Cal Ripken, Donruss. Yeah, it's about a $45 card in an 8.5. Down 288 spots to number 324. Still have this Jose Abreu. So this one at the time, let's see, I had this at, where is it? Number 35. So I had it number 35 at the time. And never got it graded. I know this wouldn't grade well because of the black borders. So I think that's why I've always hesitated. Yeah, look at that up there. Jose Abreu, one of the most underappreciated players, in my opinion, in baseball. Really great career, great player, but just never really got a lot of hobby love. So card's probably not worth much. Another guy, John Gray. Again, like you look at the Aaron Judge card, and then what did I get graded? The John Gray card. 2013 Bowman Sterling. This is, I don't know, what is this? Is this like gold? I guess gold number to 50. 8.5, 8.5, 10 auto. John Gray has had a decent career. I'm just trying to see if I had any notes on him. I guess not. I think he's still pitching. He's had a decent career. Unfortunately, he pitched, some of his time with the Colorado Rockies. And, if you're a pitcher for the Rockies, you're not going to have a great career, unfortunately. Robinson Cano. This is kind of a funny card. When I did this video, let's see, July 2014, at that point, he'd been traded to the Seattle Mariners. He had a couple of really nice years with the Seattle Mariners. But then, of course, the PEDs, getting caught for PEDs, and then didn't have a great stint with the Mets. And, people forget about how good he was. I mean, he might have been one of the greatest second basemen I've ever seen. But a lot of people forget because, he got caught with, you don't know how much was real, how much was the PEDs, how much, was he really good? But this card is probably worth next to I looked it up, actually. This card is $2.88. I guess there was a sale, which puts this card at 704th place in my collection that I have outlined in VCP. So $2.88 for this card. Next up is going to be Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly. So I had this at number 32 at the time. It's now 270th. So it's down 238 spots. It still holds up. It's still about a $70 card. Holds up a lot better than the Robinson Cano for $2.88. Next up, look at this, Nick Franklin. Whatever happened to Nick Franklin? I actually don't know what happened to Nick Franklin. I know he had some, he was with the Mariners for a while, and every time he'd do something, I was rooting for him because I wanted this card to, be really valuable one day. It was 1 out of 3, but unfortunately, it just didn't pan out. I think he had a lot of injuries, just didn't turn out to be a very good player. So Nick Franklin at the time was number 31 on my list, and now is pretty much worthless. At number 30, the often injured Mike Trout. This black foil. At one point, this card went skyrocketing up in value, but I don't even know what the value of this card would be. I think this is a second year or third year Trout, 2013 Topps Chrome update, and you can see here numbered to 99. Then we got the Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, at number 29. So this is about a $20 card. Again, an awesome card, that I'll always keep because it's part of my original collection. I used to love this set, the 1990 Leaf set, but unfortunately, this card is just not worth that much. It's like a $20 card. And next up is going to be the Nolan Ryan. So this card is, this actually has some value. BVG 8. Let's go for about $135 these days. The Nolan Ryan, 76 Topps Nolan Ryan and a BVG 8. At number 26 is going to be 27 is going to be the Mark McGwire rookie. I don't know if this is even the card that I showed in the video. I think it might be different. I think I might have showed a different Mark McGwire card because I remember I picked up a nicer looking raw McGwire card for $5 at a baseball card show years later and got it graded and came back as a 9. So I think this is a different card than what I showed in the video. And then finally, at number 26 at the time was this Mike Piazza card, the rookie. When I bought this card when I was a kid, 92 Fleer update, this was an impossible card to get. But, got it graded, came back as a 9. And now this card's worth about $70 in a BGS 9. So would be down 238 spots to number 270. So anyway, I thought it would be, thought that was a fun kind of run back to my first ever top 50 video. Going to do a part 2 to do number 25 to number 1 to kind of see where are they today. So stay tuned for that. Thanks guys for watching, and I will talk to you later.